Hi everyone, I just wanted to give you a quick video about labs since your first lab is coming up, and just kind of like a reminder of where to go and what to do for the labs. So I showed you at the beginning of the course how whenever you go to the lab manual and the content, it's really complicated and it doesn't have them listed very well. So what I have done for you is I have made links to the instructions and your lab report. They're combined in a zip file. So what you will need to do is in the class announcements, I will always post the instructions and the lab report. They're also posted in the module, which I'll show you in just a minute. But in the class announcements, I'll typically tell you how long it takes to complete the lab, and then I'll include the link that you need, and then I'll show you what I'm expecting from the lab report. So it's a really good idea that whenever you are filling out the lab report, that you go to this announcement so that way you can see what am I expecting in each section of the lab report. So for instance, in this hypothesis for lab 1, it should center around what you expect to find or learn from the height versus the wingspan and the forearm plus the forearm and hand length. And then I include what data tables should be there, what graphs I want to see, and your analysis questions will be in the lab report itself. And then how long your conclusion should be, how long your reflection should be. Now, if you want the list of materials, what you will need to do is go into the content. And this is where I would recommend you going first. And so going into the module whichever module you're in. So for instance, in this one, we're in module 1, go to labs, click on the lab that you are going to be completing. So for this one, it's lab 1. And then right here, it will list all the materials that you need. So student supplied materials are ones that you will have to get yourself. So you'll have to provide, your own pencil and paper and calculator. And then HOL supplied materials is what's in the lab kit. Now in lab 1 and lab 2, there is no lab kit. So if it tells you that you need something, this is something that you'll have to provide. And then here is that report and instructions again. So this is the same one that was in the class announcement. So when you open the file, you will have to download it. Okay, I have it downloaded. Sorry that the screen isn't quite all the way down. And you can there's free software for you to unzip files. I use something called PZip, which is PEA, like the P in the pod. And you just tell it, you'll select the ones that you want, and you'll just tell it extract. I always extract it to my desktop, and then you should be able to open it up and see it. So the instructions basically tells you how to go through the lab itself, and then the lab report is what I'm expecting, and you'll fill that out, type it out and complete it. And then when you're ready, you'll go back to your lab module. And whenever your report is done, you'll just go right here and you'll submit it. So you'll just add it to this area. So that's pretty much it for labs. Like I said, your best bet is to always look at the announcements. So that way you'll see, and I'll post this for every lab report that you have to do, the expectations of what should be put in each section of the lab report. So that way you'll always know what I'm looking for and what to do. And if you're ever not sure of where the instructions in the report are, they're linked. Okay, so you can get them in the module, and you can also get them in the class announcements. If you have any questions, always feel free to email me, and I will see what you do later. Thanks.